Cerebrum. The cerebrum is the largest part of the human brain and is responsible for many of our most important functions, including consciousness, thought, memory, emotion, and voluntary movement. It is composed of two hemispheres, left and right, which are connected by a bundle of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. The outer layer of the cerebrum is called the cerebral cortex and is responsible for processing information from the senses, such as touch, sight, and sound. The cortex also plays a key role in decision-making, language processing, and motor control. Beneath the cortex lies the basal ganglia, a group of nuclei that are involved in the regulation of voluntary movements and in the regulation of motor circuits. The limbic system, located in the center of the brain, is also part of the cerebrum and is responsible for regulating emotions and memories. The limbic system includes the hypothalamus, which regulates the endocrine system, and the hippocampus, which plays a key role in the formation of new memories. The frontal lobe, located at the front of the brain, is responsible for executive functions such as planning, decision-making, and working memory. The parietal lobe, located near the center of the brain, is involved in processing sensory information, such as touch and temperature. The temporal lobe, located on the side of the brain, is involved in cerebellum. The cerebellum, located at the base of the brain, is a critical part of the central nervous system that plays a vital role in the control of movement and coordination. The cerebellum receives input from the sensory systems and integrates this information with the motor commands from the cortex to produce smooth and accurate movements. The cerebellum is responsible for the fine-tuning of movements, allowing us to perform precise actions such as typing on a keyboard, playing a musical instrument, or throwing a ball. It also helps us maintain our balance and stability while standing, walking, or running. The cerebellum is divided into three regions: the anterior lobe, the posterior lobe, and the flocculonodular lobe. Each of these regions has a different function and is responsible for specific types of movements and coordination. The anterior lobe is involved in the regulation of movement velocity, coordination of limb movements, and the maintenance of posture. The posterior lobe is responsible for the regulation of balance and the coordination of eye movements. The flocculonodular lobe is involved in the regulation of gaze stability, spatial orientation, and the control of vestibular reflexes. The cerebellum also plays a role in some non-motor functions, such as language processing and attention. In summary, the cerebellum is a crucial part of the human body that plays a brainstem. The brainstem is a crucial part of the human body that connects the brain to the spinal cord. It is responsible for controlling many of the body's automatic functions, including breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and consciousness. The brainstem is comprised of three distinct regions: the medulla oblongata, the pons, and the midbrain. Each of these regions is responsible for specific functions within the body. The medulla oblongata is responsible for controlling essential functions such as breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. This region of the brainstem also contains important centers for coughing, swallowing, and vomiting. The pons is responsible for transmitting information between the brain and spinal cord, as well as for controlling certain movements and sensations. This region of the brainstem also plays a role in sleep and dreaming. The midbrain is responsible for controlling eye movements and coordinating movements between the eyes and head. It also plays a role in auditory and visual processing, as well as in regulating arousal and attention. Overall, the brainstem is a complex and critical part of the body that controls many of the body's essential functions. Without the brainstem, these functions would not be possible, making it a crucial part of our overall health and well-being.